Hello everybody, Steven here. Um, so just continuing on the project. So I started to model the building. So that's what it kind of looked like at the stage. You could still see this line of colonizations and the curvy line that would kind of represent the scenic route that people would take. But as you can see, the model is not really well done because at this stage I was just trying to translate my concepts, my 2D concepts into 3D forms and to see how they would relate to each other. And I went ahead and kind of work a little bit on the program. So this is the old building that's gonna be renovated and will be the access for the memorial that would be underground. And on the ground floor, I would have like a library, a theater, maybe a cafe restaurant here, and like a service area at the back. Add another cafe here. But these are really placeholders. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna go ahead with those, but just to get an idea of the scale of the space, as you can see, you could put some desks, some people. I was thinking that this is going to be like the main entry for those facilities. Like people can come either through here, go into the library, and then hit to the theater. Um, so that's the idea that I had when I was doing this concept. But now as debate and era of New York from the ground level. I think if we go into 3D mode and we enable the cut, so as you can see, those are the three levels. I was thinking you go underground first and then access some room below and then slowly ramping up. And here underneath I had the idea of like some type of aquarium type. I think I did a sketch on here. I think it was in that was in the other file. So I made it on the file. So that's some of the sketches that I concept that I had for the underground thing. So you can see the concrete columns. We kind of represent the shaft that were drilled to get the nuclear bomb into the ground, and then filled out to avoid any radioactive gas to escape. Um, and then this is the ramp and that kind of aquarium where you would see um, the water level here that's a straight, but as you go up your vantage point is going to change, and you'll be able to see this water, and that there's a gap and some of the columns above that water and then piercing the ground above. So that's kind of the idea that I had for this. As you can see, took that drawing, and yeah, of course it's the ramp is not as steep, but it was to kind of illustrate that it's moving up. And let's just click this little kid. So now what I want to do is to actually think if all those colonial and the different era could actually be in the underground, because that's like things of the past and people don't really remember. And then maybe above would be like a more an area people could display like the arts and craft, the things that's actually still being practice to this day. So like maybe stuff about tattoo, dancing, weaving, sculptings, um, all the things that you would normally see in a in a museum, I guess, to kind of talk about the culture of the place. So now that I kind of get a sense of what this place looks like, I was thinking to kind of redesign it correctly in ArchiCAD to get a parent of the file where I just kind of paste in the outline, and that was the floor plan to give me some ideas. And yep, I think I need this thing. What's not showing up because of this? So this is like the line that I got. It's from this. So it was derived from me putting the timeline onto the site and using different dates to kind of as a turning point to move the curves around. And some of them curve are created just using lines, just geometry. But this will allow me to have different spaces in between that I can use to display stuff. So now we're just gonna go back to the memorial area, and I'm just gonna take that, make a copy, go to the ground, and paste it. So first, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna use the what a sec. So this is gonna be the first contact. I'm just gonna use some fields for now because I'm still thinking about the placement of the room. So that's at the underground, so you give it some type of staircase or ramp that would take you down, maybe around here. So that would be like the entry, and that's a bit small, and just gonna make it big. And then we'll come down here. This is gonna be the area of maybe ancient Haiti, like talking about the first encounter, and maybe about what happened before that as well. So ancient Tahiti. And I think I'd like this room to be like this size. And make sure it's transparent so I can see it. And maybe this is gonna be changed to white. And make it the line. And this is gonna be a bit darker. Because what I think we could be, so this area maybe talk about the first contact. And this area here at the back could talk about like the culture that existed before the arrival, and because it's something we're not sure about, so I was thinking of a room that'd be darker, with like dim lights, and that you really need to focus or go deep inside or close to it to really understand what's there. So ancient Haiti, and this is first encounter. And then I have those type of spaces that's created in between. I was thinking those spaces could be used to display or to create an atmosphere of the things that is not really talked about, or like the bad stuff. Like I mean, in the first encounter, there was a little embellished stories about how Tahiti was a paradise, and everything was good, but there was also some wars, and a lot of people die from disease, from alcohol, guns. So those things could be seen here. So people will come up here, they see the stuff that about maybe the explorers and stuff come back here. They'll go inside. They'll say, "Oh, there was some battle going on," and then maybe they can come to these areas which is darker, and then learn about actually what happened before. Or maybe they can come here, learn before, and go back there. Don't know yet, but this is the idea of going into darkness to learn about the past. And this one is about the like Christianity. So I was thinking that up to this point, maybe it was still kind of feel like it's darkness. And I wanted to create maybe, where's the trying to go on the, I think there's a point like the tangent here. So this is gonna be like that, and here. So maybe I can remove that circle, or maybe I'm just gonna make a copy of that just to save that shape, and I'm gonna remove that circle. Police. And this one. Make sure to remove like the double points just to keep your geometry clean. And so we have another space where you come in here, maybe you learn about the religion that the Tahitian had before, would be seen still in darkness maybe. And then you will start to see the arrival of the missionaries and the Catholics in Tahiti, and so that will be the in between. And maybe this is gonna go all the way to here, because I was also thinking that there'll be like a secret room here. And then the outdoor area. So like this is gonna be like a void that's gonna open up all the way to the roof. Because what I wanted is to people come in here and they'll see maybe like the motif of a cross that's gonna be glowing from the outside because there's this void. Kind of like a Tado Endo, was it the Church of Lights? Something similar. And we're gonna change that to maybe like a yellow, to kind of say that this is the outside. And I'm gonna put some pattern as well, and yellow. Oops. I think it's because the pattern is too small. Change that to this one. It will give you more option on to the type of pattern you have, and I'm gonna change that to yellow. So this is gonna be the outside. This is gonna be like a still in the dark, but much lighter than this area. So this one actually should be maybe more like this dark here. It's 100%, 100%, and this area here could be some other stories, or maybe this could be shifted to here. Like that. And maybe this is opening up to here. Anyway, just leave that for now. So here you could have ancient religion. So I'm also thinking about the type of exhibition, which I think it's important because I want to create spaces that make you feel something. So this is gonna be about the, let's say, new religion, and maybe this area, which is a bit hidden. It's about the conversion, because I'm sure there was some difficulty to kind of convert people to the new God. And here I wanted to have a place where there'll be like a source of light above, so that people will look up to God. And then also, like, on the edges would have like maybe old statues of the previous gods that are like kind of decay and still present, but not as I guess not as important as now. So maybe you'll have like a hole above. And dotted line. So that's going to be the source of light, and this is going to be in darkness. Okay. And I think every time people will have to come back to that center thing. So let's say this one, they'll come through here, they'll visit this place, and they have to come back. Same from here, they go here, and they have to come back. But wait, I'm just gonna change the darkness of this so I can have like a really dark color for the walls. Yeah, I think it should have been would have been better if I've done that in Photoshop. So this one you would enter from here. This one you would enter from. Actually, I'm just gonna draw a wall. Just gonna change the thickness to 200, and so I'm gonna have a wall from here. Make sure it's from memorial to so it's a current, and this is like the ground level, and I want it to be blank. Oops. Okay. Oh well, for now we just leave it like that. And this one gonna have a, maybe there's gonna be a wall here as well, and a wall there. Gonna delete that. And here you're gonna have a wall. Oops. there, one there, and one there. Here, here, and here. So this is one private room. Maybe this could actually be pushed a bit further. How big is that? Oops, too small. Well, we'll just leave it like that. Maybe this could be pushed. Anyway, just leave it like that. So that's the entry. You have to go back, come back here, and this is like the time of the French protectorate. Turret. Let's see. And here, that's when they become a colony. French protectorate and French colony. So here I would continue that wall, and I would have another one here. I was thinking that here I would have a break instead of continue that line, because here that's kind of where there's a flip where the rotation and now they change kind of citizenship and they work. Oops, sorry. Oops. I had to pull the curtain. It was getting too bright. Sorry. What I was saying. So that's where they kind of changed nationality. So there's this flip, and you can see there's like a, could be seen as a mirror image. And don't know if I can get a perpendicular. Is it correct? Or maybe I could just skip that wall. Flip that. I think here there's many dots, as you can see here. Just gonna use that as a guide, and need to make sure that I take the line. Wait, they're both fields. Okay, just do this, pull it back, and now I'm just gonna redo the arc. So now I only have 2 points. And don't need those ones. So I can delete that. I'm gonna take the wall tool. I'm gonna flip that. Tell it this one here, and just gonna drag, pull it back, and I guess I have to decide which one I want it to be. What if I pull those ones? I guess this one we're just gonna flip it the other way, and so I guess the path is gonna do this. I'm gonna remove that. And I guess you would be kind of forced to enter through it. And here you would have to flip that. Maybe like this. I think I could have something similar happening here as well. That same shape. Or maybe I keep it round. Would be cool. Would be something different. Oops. And so you would come here, and you either can turn on this side here, which way? Flip the other way. That's correct. So you either go straight or you come back here. Because here I want to have like the aquarium tank that I was showing you earlier, like this one here. And I forgot to tell you, this is gonna be like a ramp. So I don't know if I wanted to people come in here, come this way, and then turn it here and see the aquarium, or maybe go through here and then have to go inside here to witness this thing. So maybe this is like the memorial area, so yeah, maybe I can do that. What if I do it this way? Just trying to design how can I access this space. So I would delete this, and this would go all the way here. So it will kind of break that continuity, and you'll be forced to watch it a certain way, I guess. But that line, it will still be present in some ways. Maybe by the way I create the walls. Wait, maybe this could guide me. just gonna resize that. And so that's the colonial area. The bomb started here. I guess maybe you can only access this area when you reach here. Because the colonial period, I guess, is the longest time compared to the other ones, and it takes a while. I don't know if this could be another void. Don't even know if I actually changed this one to be a bit smaller. Anyway, let's see what it looks like in 3D. Okay, that's what we have. I think what I want to do now is to get that ramp. So this is supposed to be like a ramp. See if they can all be in the same direction, what it feels like. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna stop my ramping here. Use the fill as a guide. Take the roof tool. Start here. This side. I got my roof. And I'm gonna change the degree to let's say 3. And I'm gonna pull that back. Around here. Let's see what it looks like in 3D. So you get this. You would come here, you walk there, you turn. Yeah, guess it could work. It feels weird that that floor is actually I'm sure it wouldn't be flat, you can see here. Cool. And this should be just one wall. I'll take those two, crop it. I mean, not crop it, but and maybe this one's gonna be this. I think here that's when I can start playing with the floor level, and like on this one I could make it flat. And then maybe this one is gonna ramp down. Because I had this idea of you know, there's like the columns and then there's the big sphere here. I wanted people to come down here and then actually access that sphere from the back, so they could be inside the aquarium and then maybe see stuff that's on that wall that people from the outside wouldn't be able to see unless they are within. So let's try that. I'm just gonna remove that. here, and I'm gonna create perpendicular line. Sometimes, as you can see, I'm just using the geometry to help me decide, but that's sometimes it might feel arbitrary. But I guess you have to do that sometimes just to get you going. And remove this. Okay, let's see what it looks like. And this should be here. Okay, let's see in 3D. So it's going down. Maybe this could have some type of steps, and this one could still ramp down. Yes, maybe that. Yep, just gonna undo everything that I just did, and because I thought maybe I can have the ramp coming back here, there. So this one is gonna be like a flat surface, and you'll have some type of step. Let's try to do something like that. I'm just gonna make a copy because I need to get a guide for the lines, and I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna offset that. Let's say, so right now it's at 10,475. I'm gonna do 8,475, like a 2 meter, or because I think those are 4 meters or 3.8. Oh. At this stage is okay, and so the ramp's gonna start from here. Maybe I should start from there. And I'm gonna do this. I don't know what you've. So if I were to come here, I'll go up. Normally I'll go this way, so I could go to the surface, but then maybe I can just come down. Oh, maybe you don't need to do anything. Maybe this one is just gonna be that. Come here, and then here you'd go down. So I'd make another roof, and I'm gonna use the bottom here, and I'm gonna pull that up. actually, because I was thinking that people could actually use that passage. I'm just gonna bring it here, pull it up, and now I need to change that. Actually, this is gonna need to be over here. And I need to pull that down so it connects with the other ramp. So here people will access the aquarium, they will go down, and then I'll have a door there. So I guess I'm gonna delete this wall here, and I need to create an opening here. So this one is gonna keep going as well, and we're just gonna create an opening. So I'm just adding a door and going to the settings, empty opening, press OK, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna bring it back up to that level. And how big is that? So that's 2.1, 2.6. Ooh, cool, enough for a door. And maybe it doesn't even need to be that wide. Maybe this could actually be at an angle. That's another thing. Just gonna 2000. And I'm gonna offset it to make it then you come here, and this one's gonna go up. And cool. I think and then I have a slab. Maybe I still have a roof, another ramp, just to get that feeling of descent. F5 and ooh, did I delete that wall? Yeah, it was deleted. Going back, take this one, and I'm just gonna do 3 degrees. Maybe 1.5, and this one can be raised. let's just check that the door is not too small now. .1. Yeah, I guess okay. And I need to have a slab here. So then you would need to, you could access the space, which is gonna be looking at the columns on the other build. So I'm just gonna copy that and oops. Center, paste it here like so. Then not okay. Go here, check the sphere, go back there, paste it, and we're gonna bring it here. So maybe you'll have like a small passage here. Maybe from the back, so you wouldn't be able to see it. And 0. Let's left it 5,000. So you would enter from here. Where's this cut here? Maybe this one will be flat instead. So one is sloping. Let's make that water. Make a copy. I'm just gonna take a slab and put it back. I'm gonna lift it, reverse it, gonna turn it into water and lift it. $4 meters. And no, this one needs to be dropped down. Oops. Let's put a window on here. Just want to see what's the level. Because I wanted to have at the beginning you like above water, then you're going below. And can we put that at an angle? Right, special windows, skew windows, and where is the angles? 16, and we're gonna change the angle to 3.5. Is it what it is here? And let's change that. So maybe a bit. So when you come here, you'd see you're above the water, and then as you go down, you'll see the bottom part of it. And let's make multiple ones, see what it looks like. Change the angle to, let's say 900. Oh, I mean the 909. Gonna make a copy. I'm gonna mirror it, change the angle to 15, change the width. Let's see what it looks like. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of the effect I wanted. Oops. Maybe I'm just gonna change the angle a bit more. Let's say 35. And I'm gonna drag it so it goes into the ground. And let's copy this one, make one here, and change the angle to, let's say 80, and bring it down here. What if I change this? Cool. And then just take this one that I just made, maybe stretch that. I think that's what I need to do. Stretch it. And make a copy of that. Bring it here. Flip it. Change the angle to 65. Well, just some test. I think I'm not gonna do the window like this, but see what it gets. So it'll be some nice aquarium. You can see some fish in all the columns and the sphere, and then maybe you'd see a line coming this way as well, like along this side, so people would know that there's a path taking you there. And I need to flip that. And drop it. Change angle 15. So people would know that you can walk there. Cool. Okay, let's try to put a roof, I mean something on top of this to see what it looks like. And I think that I have a wall there as well. So slab, that's gonna be above. And I'm gonna make a slab of like a 1000 thickness above here. Well, most of them. This needs to be cleaned up. Maybe I'm just gonna delete that and use the memorial as a reference. I'm gonna remove all the guidelines that I have, and okay. So let's go inside. So you would come here, you would go here, and then maybe that's where you get your cross. So let's do that. So I'm gonna do the same technique. I'm just gonna use the window, and I'm gonna make a normal one, basic window, and I'm gonna change it to, let's say 306 meters, and make an empty opening. Let's go back. So we got our slots here, and we're gonna make a copy, and now I'm just gonna change 300, and I'm gonna do 3000. Okay, and I'm just gonna drag it down 3000 up. as well here. So I'm just going to copy that, paste it, select it, move to memorial, continue. So now I got ground. I don't know if I'll have enough lights. Or maybe I can just span it all the way there. So it's not as obvious there's a cross. So it kind of guides you to the other opening as well. I think I had this door here. Doesn't need to be as wide. And maybe this one needs to be pulled. So you would see, it's only when you're out there. And actually, maybe this is gonna go all with here. And what if I pull up? Or maybe there's a passage. It's not like straight to. So you'd come here, you'd go there, bam, and you'd see the cross as well. Maybe this is a continuation of this. And cut that. And so stop here. What about this? Oh, it's already been 1 hour. Come here. Maybe this is gonna be shorter. It's gonna be like this. Or maybe if you want to get outside, you actually needs to come through here. So you need to face the conversion. And this one's gonna be like that. Ooh, that's cool. That effect. And then you come here. I like that. So like there's two different things, like this one is opening up and this one is closing. And maybe we can just center that. Oops. Where's the other window? Maybe it's better to be off-centered. Yeah, like this. So maybe you'd see something beyond. So you'd see the cross, but beyond that there's something else. So let's try. Maybe around that side. Cool, I like it. I like this one because it's a bit at an angle as well. So this one can be a bit bigger. Where's the dot? I don't know if I can keep that as a void as well. Well, maybe I could. So this one could be on the above. Just reference. Like seen as a guide. And maybe okay. Sorry, I haven't been really talking. I was just so absorbed into what I'm doing. But I'm just gonna stop for now. And keep on working on it. Thank you.